Hey everybody, Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley with you on this Tuesday afternoon. We're tracking heat, humidity, scattered storms. Must be summer here in the Carolinas. That's where we stand right now, and we'll show you where we're going over the next several days. First things first, taking a look outside over downtown Greensboro. You can see for yourself. We're looking at some clouds. We've had a fair amount of clouds from time to time today, and with that, it's been a little bit cooler than it would be otherwise for this time of year. Temperatures mostly have been in the low 80s or so, and looking at scattered showers and on the radar right now, at least a thunderstorm or two, that's kind of been the name of the game for today. Mainly quiet, but every now and then there has been a little bit of action going in western North Carolina and parts of the Piedmont as well. Current temperatures look just like this. Temperatures mostly comfortable for the most part. Low to mid 70s to the west, mid 80s to the east. So it really depends on where you are right now. Contrasting 84 in Burlington to 72 in Wilkesboro. That's quite a stretch. One thing that all of us have in common right now is the humidity. Upper 60s to right around 70. That's your dew point. All of us are dealing with that humidity, and it is pretty tough to take at the moment. If you step outside, you'll notice it feels a lot different than it did earlier this morning. That's been a pretty big change around our area. So let's take a look at this, actually. Dew points over the last day in our area. This morning, it was manageable and a little bit drier, but right now, it's all kind of gone up in the humidity department, and we're seeing those dew points really close to that uncomfortable range again. Looking at the satellite and radar, as I was just saying, there have been a couple of scattered downpours moving around our area. If we zoom into places like Davidson County, you just got through with a decent amount of rainfall. Now it's moved over into Randolph County, and a lot of it is fizzling out. It's a smaller area of rain at the moment. So if we pause this, you can see it's mainly here right along Highway 64. Good rain. It's just over a small area. So a lot of us are staying dry this evening, and most of us are not getting this action, but we are seeing some of this at the moment. So if you're in Asheboro, a lot of that is going to miss you just off to the west. Kind of a bummer. But if you're in Randleman, this could be coming your way. In fact, we've got a camera over there. We can probably turn that around and kind of keep an eye on this. So this is in the Victory Junction area of Randleman. What I'm going to do here is we kind of look live. You'll see some hazy conditions, a lot of green trees, and a couple of bugs swarming around as well. If we pivot this camera around toward the other direction, we'll probably start to see this rain kind of approaching us down from the south and from the west. So kind of keep it right there, right next to the water tower that we're atop of, and we'll kind of be able to show you this view over the next little bit. So that'll be something we can watch for you in the next few hours. Overall, over the next day or two, we're going to still have some opportunity for scattered pop-up showers. Not so much for tonight or for tomorrow morning, but take a look at Wednesday. It's very humid. It gets pretty warm and pretty hot throughout the daytime. And by the afternoon, sure enough, here comes some of those scattered downpours and thunderstorms, kind of like a typical June or July afternoon. So to roll it back just a little bit, around 3, 4, and 5 p.m., that would be the window of opportunity for our area to see some of that rain tomorrow. Not everyone gets it, but it seems to be a pretty good chance to me of a line of showers and storms. So that's worth watching for your Wednesday afternoon, 3 to 6 p.m. After that, we dry it out again. Thursday, Friday, really hot weather. Really hot and humid Thursday and Friday. Temperatures will be back into the upper 80s and, mid 90s is what I really meant to say toward that part of the week. That's when we're really going to start to see some summertime heat that we haven't really been dealing with all that much so far this summer. You might think it's been hot so far, but we really still haven't touched real deal summertime heat for the Carolinas. We haven't really done that yet so far this year. The heat index should be right around the 100-degree range Thursday and Friday. A little bit lower than that going into the upcoming weekend. Reason being, we should be able to get at least a bit of a drop in humidity. So saying all of that to say, watch out Thursday, Friday afternoons, feeling like 100 plus. Now, some scattered storms could save us and cut that back a little bit. But what you should be doing, take it easy, stay hydrated, watch the radar for those storms. all of those things. So please be on the careful side. Heat can take a toll, and we don't always realize toward the weekend. Keep that in mind. Scattered showers and storms. Can we do it? There will be chances day by day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all having that opportunity. Saturday, though, looks to stay pretty dry. So if you have plans for Saturday, I think it'll be hot, but it shouldn't be raining in our area. Overall, though, we have a fair amount of rain chances in the forecast. It's just still summertime with scattered rain. Not widespread, scattered rain most of these days. So keep an eye on that. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday should be staying dry going into Saturday, with rain chances ramping up just a little bit going into early next week. That's kind of the way we see it right now as far as the heat and humidity are concerned. Do we have a chance of getting rain over this next week or so? Yeah, we sure do. And it might add up to half an inch to an inch if we're on the lucky side. But boy, do we need all that and more around our area. The heat is the star of the show right now. That's going to continue to be the case through the weekend and into early next week. No big shots of cool air are coming our way. So let's kind of be watching and seeing when that could be getting a little bit closer to us. But in the meantime, the heat is going to be the star of the show. Temperatures in the mid 80s to low 90s over the next few afternoons, and then the mid 90s by Thursday and Friday. Those are the days that are going to be a little bit tough around our area. And we're going to be looking at that heat sticking around into the weekend with varying chances of pop-up storms each day and each afternoon. Hurricane season still with us, but nothing really going on at the moment, whether it be in the Gulf, dry and quiet, the Caribbean, no big action there either, or in the open Atlantic. We are good to go. So lots to talk about here as we work our way into the Weather Impact Show. That's going to be coming up just after a quick 2-minute break. I'll leave you with a 7-day forecast as we see heat and humidity and scattered storms for the rest of the week.